Here we go. A motherfucking again.
Tatiana Jefferson shot and killed in her home by a Fort Worth police officer early this morning. Now, we know a lot of you have questions about this case, and we have been working all day to find out what we can. This story begins on the south side of Fort Worth on East Allen Avenue. That is where our Eric Alvarez is live tonight to walk us through what happened.
Well, friends and family are understandably outraged tonight. They are demanding answers. They are demanding justice for that young woman who was shot and killed here inside her own home by a police officer that was called here to see if she needed help.
Put your hands up! Show me your hands!
A welfare check gone horribly wrong. In this body cam footage released by the Fort Worth Police Department, you do not hear the officer identify himself as he passes a window and steps through a gate into the backyard. He then sees a figure in a window, draws his gun, and fires, less than 3 seconds after demanding to see the person's hands. That person is 28-year-old Tatiana Jefferson, who lived in the home with her 8-year-old nephew.
The family is understandably brokenhearted.
Attorney Lee Merritt, who spoke to Jefferson's family, says the pair were playing video games early in the morning.
And they heard someone creeping around outside. She went to investigate at the window. An officer was on the other side who shouted commands, and before she had a moment to respond, he shot her to death.
So how did this happen? Around 2:30 a.m. Saturday, Jefferson's neighbor noticed the door open and the lights on. He called a non-emergency line asking for police to perform a welfare check.
I'm still kind of broken and shocked.
James Smith tells WFAA officers parked around the corner, arrived at the house with no lights, no sirens, and did not announce their presence. He called police so they would make sure Jefferson and her nephew were safe. He never expected police to put them in danger.
They tell me I shouldn't feel bad, but I feel bad because had I not called the police department, she would probably still be alive today. So I do feel a little weight on me for that, making that call.
Fort Worth police have not released the name of the officer, but describe him as a white man who has been with the department since April of last year. The officer has been placed on administrative leave. The department says all of the evidence will be handed over to the district attorney's office to see if any criminal charges will follow.
Yeah, y'all hear that? Put your hands up, show me your hands, and then pow, shoots.
And that is exactly what friends, family, and neighbors are calling for tonight. I can tell you throughout the day, dozens of people have stopped by this house offering support to the family of that young woman, which they say had every right to be in her own home and posed no threat to that officer. Live in Fort Worth, I'm Eric Alvarez.
Eric, thank you. Fort Worth Mayor Betsy Price sent out a statement in response to this shooting today, saying writing a statement like this is tragic and something that should never be necessary. A young woman has lost her life, leaving her family in unbelievable grief. All of Fort Worth must surround Tatiana Jefferson's family.
And she had lights on all over, according to the person who called. She's looking outside. It's dark.
Right.
It's dark.
Right.
And then a perceived threat. We're tired of the police lying. Ain't no perceived threat. Unless it's black folk. Just our president. We the threat.
Right.
We the threat.
Right.
And if we're the threat, then stay the hell out of our community.
Right.
We'll police our own community. If we're the threat. You mean tell me that we don't value, they don't value our lives to the extent that they're going to send some mess out like this and say she had a weapon, she's in her house. She's in her house.
White folks got weapons.
She has a weapon in her house. It doesn't say she pointed a weapon. They found one once she went in. They saw a silhouette. These are murderers. The Fort Worth Police Department murdered this one.
Again. Didn't we just go through this with Botham? Whew, Lord Jesus. Young lady, bright young lady. Here is another video. I think she was going to school for something. Beautiful, beautiful young woman.
Lower right quadrant. This is the lower left quadrant. Just a moment. I'm going to demonstrate the 9 regions.
Human anatomy. she was doing. And now this woman is dead. All because a neighbor was worried. See, we can't even call the police. And I've seen people in comments about, well, what y'all gonna do? If you need help, you always call the police. Well, we seem to can't call them even if we need help. If we the ones need help, we end up dead. This man just checking on his neighbors because it's 2 a.m, lights on. He seen the door open. He want to make sure ain't nothing happened to him. And I'll be damned if the police don't roll up and kill him. Don't say nothing. Just shine. You at the front door. You didn't try to knock on them. They didn't knock on the door. Say hello, Fort Police Department, whatever. She could have came to the door. The door, you seen the screen door. If maybe I didn't show that video, but it's another video. Good, y'all can go on YouTube and look at it. Walk right past the screen door. Lights was on in the living room. The front door was open. All he had to do was knock on the door. Instead, they creeping around the house. You open up. You see her through there and say, put your hands up, and then 2 seconds later, before she could even make a move, because can you imagine looking through your window, you hear somebody creeping around your house, and you like, what in the hell do I hear? And you look out your window, and there's somebody else shining a light in your face. First you're shocked, then they start screaming, and before you can even say anything or move, they shoot you. They shoot you. I'm sick of this shit. And so, this is why I quit watching the news, because I can't.